Hey, it's Patrick from JP Cycles, and let's talk about Dynojet Power Vision. Now, the unit itself is very, very in-depth, has a ton of capabilities. If you're making modifications to your bike, like intake, exhaust, you're going into like cams, big bores, stuff like that, this is the unit you're gonna wanna use. It's very expandable. But for right now, an initial setup, we're gonna show you how to use it just on your plain old bike like this. It's not super modified. This has an intake and exhaust. I'm gonna show you how to load the tunes. I'm gonna show you how to put a custom tune in it. And I'm gonna show you how to get your old tune back. So you wanna put this thing back to stock, you wanna put your stock tune back in there, send it down the road, well then you can do that. And last but not least, I'm gonna show you how to go in there and read your trouble codes and clear them. So let's get started. This process is going to marry this unit to your motorcycle. So once this is on the bike and once you do the flash, this is forever linked to this bike. Once we flash the bike and put our tune in there, it can go away. It can be put away in a drawer or a toolbox or whatever, but it has a ton of functionality to it. We're gonna have some other videos. I'll link you to those to show you some of that functionality. So you can actually mount this on your bike and leave it on there. So it doesn't have to stay on there, but it can if you want it to, but it is forever married to your motorcycle. So the first thing you're going to want to do, no matter what kind of bike you have, is find the data port that it plugs into. More than likely, it's going to be underneath one of the side panels. We're going to plug it in and flip on our ignition. So this unit, when you order it, you put in your year, make, model, it'll come preloaded with a certain number of tunes. And if you have a lightly modified motorcycle, there'll be a tune that's close, and that's what we're looking for, is something close. We have a high flow air filter on this bike. We have a 2-into-1 exhaust on this bike. So we're gonna go look for those. Program vehicle, you're gonna accept the terms, and then load tune. And we have 3 choices here. So the pre-configured one is what we're looking for. There's a custom, and there's a load copy. So right now, we want the pre-configured one, whatever ones are in here for us. This will marry this Power Vision to this bike permanently, cannot be undone. Is that what you wanna do? You're entering a committed relationship with your tuner and your motorcycle. We're gonna go, yes, congratulations to the newlyweds, they are now married. And then in here, they're basically going to be listed as numbers. So what you have to do is choose one, and when you select that tune, then it'll give you the detailed information about if it's relevant to your bike. Go look at those until you find the one you want. We want one with a high flow air cleaner and a 2-into-1. Once you find that, continue. You're gonna select a spot in here. Now you can hold basically 8 different maps in here if you want to change them in and out, but whatever spot you select, it's going to erase whatever data is in that spot. Now it's going to flash our ECM, which is why we can take this off the bike. Where like the old Power Commanders and stuff, they stay on the bike, the Power Vision can be removed from the bike because it's actually flashing the tune to the motorcycle. Okay, so it's going to ask if we want to reset learned fuel trim values. It says this is only necessary if you've changed any air fuel related parameters. So we're going to go yes. And here we go. So now it's going to write this to the ECM. But where the custom tune comes into play, say you're working with a tuner. They have a custom map, or you have a buddy's map that you want to try and they email it to you, or you can go to Dynojet's website. You can download those tunes, use a USB cable, you hook this unit to your laptop or PC. Well, then from there, you have to go in and load it just like we did. So that's where custom tunes comes in. You're gonna go to custom tunes, and this is the part where if you had a tune emailed to you or you downloaded a new tune from Dynojet's site, it will be in one of these slots. You would just select that tune. Tells you exactly what your tune is. So if this is a custom tune, probably has some notes in there from a tuner, or if you changed, the new Dynojet notes will be in there. And continue, flash, sends it to the bike. But let's address one more thing as far as tunes. A lot of people want to know, what if I want to put it back to stock? It does save that original tune, and we can go back in here and get that and load it into the bike. So there's 2 ways to put your old tune up back in your bike. We can go program vehicle, load tune, and then we go to load copy. And what that's going to do is when it was first married to the bike. And so it's gonna always keep that copy. We just went in there and we said, load the copy. From there, it's the same procedure. We go, okay, wait for it to write it to the ECU. You're gonna hear the fuel pump run. We're gonna turn the bike off for 10 seconds. There is another way to do this. If we go in here to vehicle tools, restore original tune. This is going to put the original tune back in the motorcycle. From here, it's the same procedure. It's gonna load everything up. It's gonna ask us if we're okay with it. You're gonna hear the fuel pump run. We're gonna shut the bike off for 10 seconds and the original tune's back in the bike. Now, one more thing I want to touch on as far as like the basic setup of this is the ability to read and clear codes with this. Pretty simple. This is the main screen. We're gonna go to Vehicle Tools, Stored DTCs. That's us. We're gonna go in there, and you can see we have a couple of them on here. Once we have those, we know what we have to address. I'm gonna clear them. So it's gonna clear them from the ECU. It's just that easy. If you're just curious, you can hit read. It'll read them, tell you what's wrong. And obviously we have not fixed our codes, so they're still in there even though we cleared them. If you ask it to read, they'll still pop up. But that's also part of the diagnosing and fixing your code problem. So now I can go in here, I can address what I think my problem is. Once I have that fixed, I'll go ride the bike. If it throws the code again, I know I didn't address the actual problem with the bike, and I can go back to work. Otherwise, I cleared the code, I fixed my problem, and I go on about my business code-free. Pretty slick unit here. Something years ago you'd have to go to the dealer for it, have them tell you what was wrong with your bike. This little unit right here makes it easy, tells you what's wrong, and that's honestly, a huge part of the issue when fixing something, just finding out what's wrong so you can fix it. This makes it really, really slick. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop us a comment and go work on those motorcycles.